Back when I originally started streaming Stardew Valley content, the first challenge I ever attempted was the Price of Perfection, a quest to find the lowest amount of money necessary to achieve 100% perfection. Somehow, that was over 4 years ago now. And while I did ultimately complete the challenge, I never ended up making it into a video like I wanted. A lot has changed since then. I've learned a lot more, gotten better at the game, and most importantly, a new version of the game has come out, bringing with it a whole slew of extra perfection requirements, plus some truly unique ways to save money. So I think it's high time I return to this challenge, this time as its own dedicated video series. Join me as I rediscover just how important money is in Stardew Valley, and as I show you just what you can do without it. I hope you enjoy. Alright, I think I'm pretty much ready to start here. Welcome to Price of Perfection in version 1.6. I have been anticipating this for a while, done a lot of research into all the various things I need to do, and I'm excited to try it out. First things first, at character creation here, I've chosen the beach farm. This is necessary because there are certain items from supply crates that you can only get on the beach farm that are going to be very important, notably the cooking ingredients. There are a lot of cooking ingredients like wheat flour, sugar, and that sort of thing. Normally, to get those, you'd either have to buy them from Pierre or get them at a mill. Both of those cost extra money, so we can save that money here by going on the beach farm. I also have in my extra settings remixed community center bundles, because unfortunately the default community center bundles, you do actually have to spend some extra money on them. We're going to have to spend money on the community center either way because of the vault bundles, but with the specific set of remixed bundles, we will be able to avoid all other costs. Specifically, we need the remix bundles to not contain the animal bundle, because that requires building a barn or a coop or something. We have to avoid the specialty fish bundle, because we won't be able to upgrade our axe early enough to get into the secret woods and catch a wood skip. And the bulletin board has to not contain the chef's bundle as well, because that requires a truffle, which is a whole other can of worms unto itself. We'll get into that when we actually need the truffle for shipping. And the last thing is that the bulletin board, if it does contain the dye bundle, it has to not contain amaranth. It has to contain an iridium bar, which is the alternate option for amaranth in the dye bundle. So those are the only requirements from all my research that I've done for the bundles. And I did find a seed that meets all those requirements. I'm not going to show you the seed. It is here. You can't see it right now, but it's it's there. I've got a seed set up for it, and that's the only information I know about the seed, is that the bundles have the correct layout. Everything else about this seed, I have no idea. I'm going in just as blind as if it were a random run. So let's get into it and get this show on the road. Here we are. I'm not sure exactly where I want to start today. There's no reason not to pick up the parsnip seeds, I don't think. If I want to plant them right away is the question. I guess I probably should get a head start on farming here. And that's pretty much it for my starting energy here. Really doesn't go very far. You can see I did decide to plant the parsnip seeds. They're the only seeds I'm going to have for the foreseeable future, other than mixed seeds. Mixed seeds are going to be our main way of getting farming experience. I'm also going to start by making a chest here. Chests are also going to be very important for us, given that we aren't going to be able to buy a backpack upgrade literally at all. So I'm no stranger to having a limited amount of inventory space in my runs, so this is going to be fine for me, but chests will be a nice boon to have all the same. Save some of these for the spring foraging bundle. I don't know exactly which ones I'll require for the spring foraging bundle. There's our first foraging level as well. You'll love to see it. Yeah, the remix bundle can make it so I could require spring onions for this, which, I mean, I want to go check for spring onions anyway. They'll be a pretty decent energy source. I'll see about meeting everybody in town today as well. I think that'll be good to get started on friendship early. And with Sebastian, this should be everybody I can meet on the first day, all taken care of. Also got pretty good luck with my forage, as you can see down here. I'll probably use the extras just to keep on clearing the debris on my farm tonight. Maybe get some mixed seeds for the future. I'm probably not going to plant any mixed seeds right away, just because I don't want to risk them getting destroyed by crows. I've only planted the first 15 parsnip seeds, which means that those won't get eaten by crows. The first 15 crops are immune to crows, but anything that I plant thereafter makes it so that I run the risk of getting crows on my farm. So we're going to avoid that for right now, at least until I reach farming level 1, which should happen with just this harvest. Then I can make a scarecrow, and then we should be good to go from there. Probably going to do mostly the same thing today. Oh, no, wait, I get access to fishing today. I could do some of that instead of clearing my farm. Might actually be good to do that just to get a better source of food. The nice thing about this challenge is that I don't have to worry about, like, selling all the fish that I get. So I can just keep the fish as a pretty decent food source. Ooh, that's my first copper ore just from a random artifact spot there. That'll unlock the furnace recipe. It's nice, honestly, to have that before getting the mines unlocked on day 5. That way, anything that I do get on day 5, I can, like, instantly smelt, because I can just make a furnace right away. There we go. Thankfully, we do get a free fishing rod from talking to Willy here. I could hold off on fishing for now and just, like, stay at level 0 fishing until the end of spring if I wanted to get a training rod. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, a mechanic was added in version 1.6 where Willy will swing by your farm to give you a free training rod and a fishing level if you reach the end of spring with fishing level 0. The training rod isn't required for perfection, but because of how the math works, it does make it easier to catch resources like seaweed and the various jellies. Even if I never end up using it, free items are super valuable in this run, so I'm going to avoid fishing entirely until I unlock this. Well, there go my plans for the day. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and keep on clearing debris on the farm in that case. First artifact? Don't you normally get like a little cutscene when you get your first artifact? Or no, I'm thinking of when you get your first geode. I'm pretty sure I cleared every single weed on this farm, and as you can see, I came out with an absolute bounty of mixed seeds. That's not a great start, but any mixed seeds are going to be good. That, like I said, they're our main source of farming experience. Probably get a lot more of them when I'm like going through the mines from like crates and barrels. There'll be other sources of them. I'm not super worried about that just yet. I was talking about my first geode earlier, and here's my actual first geode. Not going to be able to break it open until I get an actual geode crusher, because when you take this to Clint, you do have to pay 25 gold to get him to open them. But we can open them for free once we get the geode crusher recipe later on after completing a certain quest, which we can do pretty easily. We're going to need to do it anyway because we need to craft a geode crusher for perfection, so we'll just wait for that. Foraging level 2. Hey, speaking of Clint, here he is. Give me the furnace recipe, please, kind sir. That's a big one. Second artifact hype. I love the chicken statue so much. It's just so... There's something so beautiful about it. The way that chicken is just looking. Like, he's so pristine, so proper, so polite. Love that little guy. After all that debris clearing, I had plenty of wood, so I made my patented starter organization system. I like to have mines things, fishing things, forge things, and farming related things, plus one chest up here for like special stuff and tools and whatnot. I'm gonna go down and repair the beach bridge as well. I have enough wood to do that, and I'm going to get plenty more over the coming days as I continue clearing my farm. I might as well donate these artifacts as well. I don't need the money from the quest, but I mean, I do need to donate artifacts eventually. And that is our first money, technically, 250 gold. Hey, here's another good source of farming experience that we'll be relying on. These seasonal seeds, anytime I come across those, that's going to be a very nice boon. And Beach Bridge has been repaired as well. These carrot seeds, though, not only are the carrots good for farming experience, they're also going to be really good for energy, honestly. Carrots are some of like the best starting energy food you can get. Level 3 foraging already. That debris clearing is going very nicely. And today is a big day. The day 5 of spring. The day 5 of spring. I put the in front of it because it's just that special. Neutral daily luck, which is honestly fine. Not as good as I would hope, because the mines open up today. My parsnips are ready today. The community center is going to open up today. There's a reason I was looking forward to this day. This is a big one. Here we go. Joja has cleared the landslide. Let me clear my crops here. This should be enough for farming level 1, if my math is correct. Yep. A gold quality parsnip as well. That could be useful for quality crops in the future, provided we have that bundle. With remix bundles, I only know that I don't have those bundles I listed at the start. I don't know specifically which bundles I do have, so I want to hold on to as much of this as I can. Another 100 gold from farming those parsnips there as well. Build a coop is one of our quests here. You're going to be waiting a while on that one, Robin. Sorry to say. Seeing as it's Friday, there's also one other thing I got to check out. The traveling cart. Much as I hate it, there are a couple of things that we are going to need to buy from the traveling cart at very specific prices as well. None of it's available here. Specifically, we're going to need goat milk and a duck egg for reasons that will become clear much later on in the challenge. I'll explain it a little more once we get deeper into the weeds here, but those are the two things we're looking for. And here's a big one, opening up the community center. Got to make sure I actually check the scroll as well so I can check what my bundles are tomorrow. There you go, yet another tool to add to our repertoire, the trusty rusty sword. Love to have that. Hopefully we get a good weapon, a better weapon I should say, relatively early. I didn't do remixed mine rewards because I didn't think I needed to. I'm pretty sure I don't need to. Hopefully we just get lucky with some of our weapon drops, because I think the vanilla mine rewards are not that great as far as the weapon progression goes until you get to like level 80 or something and get the obsidian blade. But if we get good monster drops, then we could help to mitigate that a little bit. Oh, Dwarf Scroll 1. We're getting actually pretty darn lucky with these artifacts so far. And we're going to need to get kind of lucky because we're not going to have access to a Geocrusher for a while. That is a huge drop, actually. Combat Quarterly. That's like 100 combat experience or something like that right off the bat. That gives us like a full level straight away. That's awesome. And an Amethyst. I'll take that. That could be useful for the Treasure Hunter bundle if we get that. And that's floor 5. Oh, speaking of great weapons to get off the bat here, a Slime Slayer Enchanted Wooden Club. It doesn't get much better than that at the start. I mean, clubs are already pretty huge, and we're going to be running into plenty of slimes in the future. Rusty Sword, you had a good run. I want to keep you. I'll keep you around just in case. I do kind of like collecting the weapons, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. Ooh, time to put my Slime Slayer to good use. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Compared to that rusty sword, I mean, it's night and day. Look at that. Oh. Is that what I think it is? Excuse me? Sunglasses just randomly dropping from a slime? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think you know what we're wearing for the next little while. A slime dropped the tiniest little ship I've ever seen, too. This model ship. I love these random drops. This was added in, like, 1.6, where they can just drop random, like, furniture and clothes. It makes each one, like, its own little loot box. That's floor 10 as well, speaking of loot boxes. That should be a new weapon. Like a... Or is that... No, that's boots, I think. That's, like, leather boots, which I actually do need. I don't have any boots yet, despite all the awesome drops I've gotten otherwise. Beautiful leather boots. They don't clash with my style or anything either, so that's just a straight upgrade there. Gonna get my first furnace going here as well. Now that I think about it, I want to get a copper pickaxe upgrade sooner rather than later, because, I mean, I'm gonna need one eventually. It is unfortunately a required cost to upgrade the pickaxe to steel minimum. For one of the golden walnuts, actually, weirdly enough. That's not for a long time yet, but we do need a steel pickaxe for that. So I might as well get one as early as I can to make my other mining pursuits that much easier. Almost forgot, I can actually totally plant these seeds, these mixed seeds and the carrot seeds and everything. I don't have my scarecrow yet, but since I have fewer than 15 crops, that doesn't actually matter. Level 1 farming, probably not the only level up today. Level 1 combat, level 1 mining, pretty big. Ooh, looks like another good mines day here. Alright, I'll be hitting that up toot sweet. I guess I gotta hit up the wizard first, because I want to see what my bundles are here. Pierre, this is so rude. I can't actually ever buy this, dude. Why do you gotta flaunt this in my face? Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Let's see what our starting bundles look like. I brought one of every spring forge with me, so that I can stop by the community center and complete the spring foraging bundle easy. I do need a spring onion for that. That's good to know. We got the sticky bundle, 500 sap. That's, I mean, it's a lot of sap, but very doable. Wild medicine is also doable. We can't really do the hops for this, but everything else should be perfectly accessible. Everything else is just foraging, so pretty clean. And that's an easy first bundle complete, just like that. One step closer to the bridge repair. Okay, and if my seed holds true, if I did everything right, I shouldn't see an animal bundle in here at all. Garden bundle is fine. Quality crops, summer crops. I mean, all of these. You might be looking at these, honestly, and wondering how the heck I'm going to complete some of this. Because, like I said, I'm not buying any seeds from Pierre. Throughout the entirety of this run, we shouldn't have to buy literally any seeds from him. So, how am I going to get a lot of these crops? Well, a good magician never reveals her tricks, but we're going to be waiting a little while for some of them. I'll just say that right now. Some of these we can do with, like, mixed seeds. Like, all the flowers can be gotten with mixed flower seeds, which are a possible replacement for mixed seeds, basically, anytime you find them. A lot of default crops can also be gotten that way. And as for the crops that can't, well, I've got some plans. I've got some plans, and they're going to be... It's going to take a while to actually fulfill them, but they will be done. Don't worry about that. And the fish tank, yeah, we got the Master Fisher bundle here instead of the specialty fish bundle, which is totally fine. Very difficult fish, but all of them are free to catch, and everything else is no problem either, so should be alright here. Hey, that's pretty nice, actually, getting the crab drop like that. That'll allow me to complete the crab drop, assuming I get all the forage that I need to do that as well. Floor 15 achieved. That is an ancient seed. I will gladly take that. Ancient seed on day 6 here. Assuming I can get out of the mines here in time and donate that. That is a huge thing to have early on. Steel small sword's already outclassed by our club here, but still good to have it, I guess. Might be a little better if I wanted some speed out of my weapon, but the damage on this is just, like, so good right now. That is floor 25. I think I'm going to call it there for today. Go clean up shop a little bit here. You know, I brought this red mushroom to donate, and then I realized I don't have exotic foraging, I have wild medicine. But I'll donate this crab at the very least, because that bundle is always here. And as long as we can get 4 of these things via forage, which these 4 over here specifically you can forage on the beach at any time. These 5 you can't get in any other way other than actual crab pot fishing. But I actually might already have... I don't think I have all of these 4, but I have at least some of them from foraging earlier, so I should be able to complete that relatively soon. Level 2 combat. And level 2 mining. First Queen of Sauce recipe here as well. Those come for free. There are a few cooking recipes we're not going to be able to get for free, unfortunately. Like I thought, I did have some extra stuff for the crab pot bundle here. I've got 3 of the things I need. I just need a cockle, which is kind of one of the rarer forages that can show up on the beach, but should show up in a matter of time. For girls only, I need a potato. You know what it's for. Keep it secret. Girl, I've only been out as trans for like 2 months. I need help. What is the potato for? I have been checking that board for daily quests basically every day here. I do encourage people to honestly do those quests, not for the money, but mainly for the friendship, because you get a pretty good amount of friendship points for completing those quests. I personally need them because I want to get more prize tickets. The prize machine actually has a pretty decent amount of items that could be useful for this challenge, so I want to focus that down and see what I can get out of it. And that is beautiful right there. Oh, I forgot you get these cauliflower seeds nice and early on here. I should definitely go plant those. Almost forgot to check the traveling cart today as well. Gotta check it every Sunday, not just Friday. Probably gonna be a while before we actually get any luck on that to find not only the specific items I need, the 2 specific items, but at the specific price. I didn't seed for that. Like I said, I only seeded for the remix bundles that I need. So we are at the whims of fate on that one. Definitely have over 15 crops now, but we got our good buddy Greg to look out for the field here. I'm going to put you right over here. Yeah, I don't know why. Is it weird to have a scarecrow like at the side of the field like that? It should reach far enough either way, so I'm not concerned here. You know what? I'm so paranoid. I'm gonna put him over here on this side right next to the ancient fruit, just to be absolutely sure that he is guarding that one. There's no way he's not now. You know what I realized as well? It is Lewis's birthday today. Might as well get those friendship points when I can, so there you go, buddy. Please don't sniff me. That's rude. Ooh, our carrots grew in. All right, that's pretty good. Oh, that's actually required for spring crops as well. And the parsnip is not required for spring crops. I should have paid more attention to that, I guess. Well, now I'm looking at it, I can only get for spring crops the cauliflower out of mixed seeds. The green bean and the kale will have to be sourced in other ways. Ooh, that's my first supply crate up here as well. What do we get? Our very first loot box? That is actually really nice. I forgot you could even get mixed seeds out of hitting those. Okay, huge. Ooh, a quest I can actually do here. Okay, yeah, I will probably take care of that. Rock crabs are a little bit of an annoying one to get, but I gotta take any quest I can at this point. Pro tip, if you're ever hunting specifically for rock crabs, you might think it's hard to spot them because their sprite is the same as these other rocks, but there's actually a very slight difference. There's 2 little brown pixels right at the base there that aren't on this other kind of rock here. I think the shadow is also slightly different. So if you pay really close attention, you can actually see the rock crabs ahead of time. Oh, wow. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye in the top left over there. A sneaky little cockle on my beach farm here. That's another benefit of the beach farm beyond supply crates. You can also get beach forage, including some like seaweed that you don't normally get too much in other places on the beach. I'm going to actually go donate that right now so I can complete the crab pot bundle and see what the boiler room has to offer. All right, crab pot bundle is complete there. Second bundle, one of the easier ones as well, so not too surprising. We get 3 crab pots out of that. Not going to put those anywhere just yet. Not until I get my training rod at the end of the season. Because I don't think there were any restrictions on the boiler room bundles. This could be anything. Treasure Hunter bundle, I do have some of the gems for that already. Adventurer's bundle, pretty straightforward. And Geologist bundle, also very nice. I'm honestly just glad to avoid the Engineer's bundle, because that one with the Iridium ore is a little annoying. We have enough challenges to deal with here. Nice of the game not to give me too much extra. I've actually been holding back from cutting this tall grass, but I realized the only reason you would ever want to do that is if you were planning on getting animals in the future. And spoiler alert, we actually are not getting any animals on this farm for its entirety. You can get all of the animal produce other ways without having to get a barn or a coop or anything like that. So this tall grass really doesn't really serve much of a purpose here. Gold pyramid luck. All right, back to the mines with me today. Floor 40 would be amazing. I think we're at floor 25 right now. Don't know if we'll make it quite that far, but it would be nice to have. That is the initiation quest completed there for the Adventurers Guild. Nothing huge for us there. We're not going to ever buy anything from the actual shop, but some of the rewards you can get for completing the monster eradication goals are actually pretty nice. The cave insects one, actually. That's one I like to complete relatively early because the weapon you get for it, the insect head, is so much better than most of the weapons you can get early on in the game. That said, I do have this wood club, which has been serving me really, really well. I do still think the insect head would be an upgrade, but I'm willing to put it off for a little while longer at the very least. Floor 30. Very nice. I picked up a quest earlier that day to deliver seaweed to Demetrius, which I had luckily foraged on the beach farm prior. So I took a quick break from mining to get those juicy friendship points. Floor 35, easily enough. I think I can push all the way to floor 40 here. First iron ore and first Omni Geode in like back-to-back rocks there. Really good. Omni Geodes are actually going to be like super vital, and not just for the Geode Crusher, although that will be important as well. Hey, thanks. The game's listening. Floor 40, here we come. I actually got super lucky. I got like 3 free ladders in the last like 4 floors. Probably going to stop mine's progress for there right now, at least until I get a copper pickaxe, which I guess should probably be my next main goal here. Here we go. 5 furnaces should be plenty. I'm going to go ahead and smelt up what copper I can. I've only got actually, I think I've got a few bars at home now that I think about it. I should have enough copper to get the copper pickaxe, so I think I just need the 2,000 gold to actually commission it, and we should be all right. Got this rice shoot from the mines as well. I could plant it near the water to get it like automatically irrigated, but I think I'm just going to plant it with the rest of my crops. I think the only thing I need it for is to ship the unmilled rice that you get from it. If there was a way to turn it into rice, that would actually be fantastic. Rice is one of the few ingredients that don't show up from supply crates that we're going to need at least a little bit of for cooking, and the only other way to get it other than buying it at Pierre's shop is to mill it. And the mill costs money in itself, so yeah, unfortunately rice is a sticking point for us here. I'm actually going to ship all these extra minerals that I've been getting. I've been hoarding quite a few. I'm going to ship them and see if that's enough to get me 2,000 gold for my pickaxe upgrade tomorrow, because I would like to get that out of the way. Oh yeah, that's plenty. That is plenty. Mining has been profitable so far. Ooh, this is a special day for more reasons than one. Our pet cat has arrived. Every challenge needs a good mascot. Say hello to ours. You know, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to name you Lucky, because we're going to need lots of luck through this challenge. There he is, already fast asleep in his new home. I should mention as well, by the way, a pet cat is actually required for this challenge. If you pick a pet dog, then you actually incur like an additional expense, because the pet cat is one of our sources for the animal products I talked about before. Once you reach max friendship with a cat or a dog or a turtle, any of your pets, they'll have a chance to give you certain items from their specific loot table. And cats have probably the best loot table for this challenge, and also the only loot table that actually has an item we straight up require. We can't get a duck feather any other way for free. So that is really, really big. What is with these people and seaweed? I need seaweed to power my latest invention. I will go scouring my beach farm, but no promises, Maru. Figured I'd drop off a few extra donations before I hit up Clint's shop here. A couple to the Treasure Hunter bundle, a couple to the Geologist bundle, and I'll bring this carrot on over to Spring Crops as well. Bang. There we go. Progress. Spending the first money of the challenge was never going to feel good, but at least it's going towards a worthy and important upgrade here. The copper pickaxe. Actually, the only tool we're going to have to upgrade for the entire challenge as well is the pickaxe. Beyond that, everything else is staying at its base, for better or for worse, but at least this will help me with mining, because I am going to have to do a lot of mining this challenge. All right, rip off the band-aid here. Copper pickaxe coming in. That's our first 2,000 gold expenditure. There's the birthday boy of the hour. Here's your special flower. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. That's level 4 foraging. Mushroom logs unlocked with that one. Be very nice to get some of those going, actually. They're pretty good for, like, food and for money. They do require hardwood to craft, though, and that's a bit of a problem since we won't have an upgraded axe. We need to wait until we get foraging level 10 to really have a consistent source of hardwood. I'm going to be going for the lumberjack profession to be able to get hardwood from regular trees. That is about the only source of hardwood we're going to be relying on for at least a good long while. Ooh, an easy 250 gold. I'm not too upset about that. Unlocked a new daily chore for myself here as well. We got a pet and water Lucky every single day. Both because he just absolutely deserves it. I mean, look at him. Have you ever seen such a regal cat before? I know you haven't. But both of those also increase his friendship, which I need to get up as... I guess not as fast as I can, but I mean, the sooner we get the friendship up, the better. New supply crate just dropped. 4 cherry bombs. I don't know what those were doing being shipped somewhere, but hey, you know what? I'll take them. Harvey's in need of a red mushroom, huh? Well, well, well. Good thing I didn't have that exotic foraging bundle after all. I saved that red mushroom, so I might as well pass it on to the good doctor. Hopefully he knows what he's doing with it. He knows those things are poisonous, right? There's your axe, Robin. Be careful with that thing. 250 gold. More importantly, that's actually like one full friendship heart with Robin. Any of those story quests where it's like, you know, Linus lost his blackberry basket, or Jody wants a cauliflower, or whatever the case might be. All of those do give one full friendship heart. At least most of those do. Definitely worth your time to do them, because friendship can be a bit of a grind otherwise. Don't mind me just delivering this poisonous mushroom to the doctor's office. No big deal. It's actually a super important quest as well, because that gets us our very first prize ticket. And if memory serves, the first reward you get from the prize machine is like 9 carrot seeds, which is pretty amazing, honestly. Ooh, even better than I thought. 12 carrot seeds. And I think that is a peach sapling by the looks of it. Would love to get that as well. You're guaranteed one of the summer saplings. I think you get a fall sapling later, something like that. Obviously, we can't buy fruit trees, so fruit trees we get for free like that are huge. I just realized that the way I did this hoe formation makes it look like a duck with a square head, the tiniest bill, and the way the water is, he's kind of like wearing a mask too. It's like a super duck. My copper pickaxe is ready today. It always goes so much faster than I think it's going to. First potato here as well. Not actually useful for the spring crops bundle because of the way my remix bundles turned out. But that might be useful for a quest or something later on. The help wanted quests, a lot of people have been asking for potatoes so far this season. So maybe someone else will ask for one and we have it ready to go. Hey, a couple free burgers from the from the supply crate there. That could actually be pretty good for getting a bunch of salmon berries, because the higher your foraging level, you get 1 extra berry per 4 foraging levels, I think. If I can get up to 5, I can use those survival burgers to boost to 8 and get like a ton of salmon berries this season, which, I mean, isn't like super relevant to the challenge, honestly, but it would be cool. 1 shiny copper pickaxe for yours truly to make mining for floor 40 onward much, much nicer, honestly. I probably would have gone to the mines with this pickaxe upgrade, but the daily luck today was pretty atrocious. So I collected some spare forage around the beach instead and nearly finished clearing debris off the farm before calling it an early day. Alright, big day here. It is Egg Festival time. A very important festival. It is the only place in the game that you can get strawberry seeds, so unfortunately we're going to have to spend an extra 100 gold here in order to be able to ship a strawberry eventually. Very unfortunate cost. And of course, I'm kidding! You believed that? You believed me this whole time? They are actually sold at the Desert Festival. Very, very good festival, that one. I'll go over it in more detail once we actually have access to it. But one of the things that is really good from it is that we can buy strawberry seeds in exchange for calico eggs instead of money. Very nice, because you do need strawberry seeds eventually. That's not a lie. We do actually need them. So you might be wondering in that case, Well, what are you doing at the Egg Festival? If there's, I mean, the strawberry seeds, they're kind of the only thing that would normally be required for perfection. If you think I'm going to turn down the chance to get a free hat, then you don't know who you're talking to. One more. Ooh, cheeky 16 eggs. I think that's about the best I've ever done. Normally, I would absolutely enter my straw hat era right now. This is a very cute little cozy hat. I love the look of that. But I mean, we got these sunglasses, and I just can't say no. Look at that. All those carrot seeds from the prize machine are ready now. I wonder if this will be enough for farming level 2. It doesn't look like it. We must be close, though. I've been harvesting a pretty decent amount of crops. Red cabbage. Some people would kill to get one of those in their traveling cart. Not me, though. I'm getting one of those the old-fashioned way. By killing a serpent for red cabbage seeds, just like everybody else does. 840 gold for slaying some dust sprites? I mean, I would like to get that for the burglar ring anyway, so yeah, count me in. I've actually got bad daily luck here today, but I figure with this quest, and, I mean, we don't need to go... We only need a few ladders here. Oh, dwarf scroll, too, just like that. Wow. We only need a few ladders here to get down to floor 45. It's not as bad as going from, like, floor 45 onward, because I get a free ladder on floor 40 every single time. I mean, this floor was already very kind to me, so I feel like I can probably make it to floor 45 here at the same time. I got this bait and bobber drop just now. I mean, you might be tempted to read that immediately, but that would put me over the threshold for level 1 fishing. I'll save it for later. No problems there. But I do not want to read that right now. Is it really worth doing all this for a training rod? I mean, probably not. I'm probably not ever going to use it again. But, I don't know, something just tickles the back of my brain about getting it for free. And level 45. That was a very productive little mines run there, actually. Crystal fruit, winter root. That one's not required for winter foraging. This one is, though. Frozen geodes potentially for the field research bundle, and a dwarf scroll, too. Also realized I got enough bat wings for the adventurers bundle here, so I'll do a quick little donation there. 1 solar essence from a ghost on these floors should be enough to complete that and unlock the boiler room as well. Don't know if that'll be my next bundle, but it's looking likely. Don't worry, I didn't forget the most important birthday in all of Stardew Valley either. Didn't have a great gift for her, but hey, you know what? Better than nothing, as they say. And that's Dwarf Scroll 2 into the museum. We reward from that as well. What do we get here? Is that seeds? Ooh, it's the chicken statue! Not quite as good as the little chicken statue artifact you can get. That guy's still my goat, but you can be my chicken. This is either the last or second last tree, I'm pretty sure, that I can chop on my farm right now. Oh, there is one more tree right there. Fully deforested the area, cleared all the debris. Only took me 14 days of spring here. Granted, some of those were spent mining. How much sap did that get me? Because I do have the sticky bundle here. 473. I am very close to being able to complete that. I will probably, honestly, focus down Cindersap Forest tomorrow, see if I can get the last of the sap there. Because a bundle complete would feel pretty good, especially because that would unlock the bulletin board, like I said before. So maybe I do that tomorrow. Nice clean combat level there as well. Mining level and foraging level, maybe? Yes! Okay, I wasn't sure, because I didn't see the level up message. Forester is where we have to go here. Like I said, I want to go lumberjack profession, so we go this way. The other professions are really only valuable if you want more profitable forage, which isn't a huge concern for me. Not a bad start, all things told. Huge thanks to all the channel members for the support that enables me to make content like this. All the best.